because of his vision. Like most medalists, tour offers poured in after the Olympics, but unlike the rest, Boitano turned most of them down to start his own company, which he named White Canvas.
An artist starts off with a blank sheet of canvas, and you create what you want. If you do it yourself, you have more control, and I like having the control. I like seeing the fruition of something starting from the bottom, and it's a lot of fun for me to be able to do these kind of things exactly how I want to do it.
White Canvas has grown from a blank sheet to a company that produced 4 skating shows this year, and Brian continues to diversify. His book is out next month, and he can be found right here on ABC Sports.
This is going to be one of the toughest programs he'll ever have to do.
Through it all, the constant in Brian's life is the love and support of those closest to him.
Linda is not only a coach, but she's mostly a manager. And it's been 25 years that we've been working together. And she's someone that knows me well enough to really sort of answer for me. I have my father taking care of my money, my sister's my accountant. So I keep it all in the family, and it releases me to focus on different ideas. It allows me to focus on White Canvas or my own skating so that I can dedicate all my time to thinking about creative things.
At 34 years old, Brian continues to push himself physically, but he realizes that his career won't last forever, a fact he may have trouble accepting, but is nonetheless prepared for.
I'm going to have trouble when I stop skating, I'm sure, because even now when I have a month to myself, I sort of, twiddle my fingers and I don't know what to do. That's part of the reason that I started White Canvas, because I know that that goes past my performing days.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Boitano.
Well, if you thought Brian Boitano couldn't get any better, he told me yesterday that he's in his best shape in many, many years to start a season from nearby Sunnyvale, California.
And Brian seems to be very inspired with this new number choreographed by Laurie Nickel, who also works with Michelle Kwan.
Concerto for piano and orchestra in B. Jules Massenet.
Brian is opening with his signature move, this Tano triple Lutz. Arm over the head.
Oh, now notice how he dropped forward on that. That's almost very similar to what happened to him at the 1994 Olympics, where he lurched forward, and it really cost him that championship. I think this was a far weaker mistake, a far smaller mistake. This music suits him so well as he enters this triple axel. Oh, not his night.
Flip double toe. Brian has such wonderful control over his edges and his beautiful spread eagles that he uses so well in programs.
Brian is a big skater. He really covers the ice and commands it in many ways. He is not good at small steps or quick moves, but what he is good is at strength and position and speed and edging. Well, boy, that was an interesting evening for Brian. Not his best moment. I think he was slightly off on many of the jumps. Just they didn't land with the usual grace and ease that he had. And it was a hard program for him to push.
The fall early on, but remember, this is only the technical program. The artistic one to come a little bit later on. So Brian Boitano is still in the hunt.
Now, look at the strength that he uses to step up into this triple axel, but watch the body, the lean of it. Right there, it begins to fall out of the circle. And I think that was the clue to the problem.
Brian Boitano and his coach, Linda Lever, looking at the first set of marks, the technical marks, and they range from 9.5 up to 9.7. Those aren't as good as Rudy Galindo's.
Remember, the range is very low here, and that's intended to be.
9.6, 9.7.
The second set of marks, the artistic ones, range from a low of 9.5 up to a high of 9.8. So it's a total of 96.5 for Brian Boitano. Well, the man who succeeded Brian as Olympic champion, Victor Petrenko, skates